What if Adriana didn't agree to work with the FBI?
Yeah.
Who is it?
The FBI.
The FBI? You can say that again.
They have this great little black cocktail I saw over there.
You are so fucking rude.
The FBI agent's real name is Deborah, but to Adriana, she's
Danielle Ciccolella.
So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to call her Danielle.
She's a cousin of mine. She's boss's mother's wig. I said, come on, you think Tony even noticed for like 1 minute what I had on?
Danielle must be like, jackpot. They've been talking for like less than 30 seconds, and Adriana has already told her that she's going to a funeral for a cousin of hers who was murdered.
Jesus, because of what I said?
Adriana and Danielle get very close very quickly, not surprisingly, given that that's literally the FBI agent's job at the moment. And Adriana opens up to her about a lot of stuff. They also party together, and one night in the back of Crazy Horse, Adriana and Christopher offer Danielle some cocaine, which she declines. Shit hits the fan when Christopher tries to start feeling Danielle up. Ultimately, when Danielle realizes that she's not going to get anywhere with Adriana anymore, they decide they're just going to go straight in.
I believe you two have already met.
Who knows what our problem is?
Don't make a scene.
She's trying to fuck us up, Adriana.
We need to talk, Aid.
Christopher, we need to talk.
What we have is stronger than any of that shit.
That's a search warrant. Your office, your club, your cocaine.
I want to talk to my lawyer. It's not my cocaine.
Really? That's not what I have you saying on tape.
Come with us, please.
Oh, you fucking piece of shit.
If you say no, you'll be placed under arrest and charged with possession and intent to distribute cocaine.
It's a little ironic when Danielle makes her way into the Soprano home on that one occasion. Want to talk about cocaine? Bringing people in and threatening them with cocaine charges? There's someone doing coke in the bathroom right now. Ralph Cifaretto, one of Tony's captains. The FBI were serious about placing Adriana under arrest if she didn't agree to cooperate.
Maybe Christopher knows a good lawyer.
I really think Christopher should have, at the very least, told her that if she's ever approached by cops, the FBI, the government, anyone who wants to talk to her about Christopher, to say nothing.
All I'm saying is if you get the extra responsibilities, you should get the benefits too.
And if they insist, continue to say nothing.
Stop.
And say you want to talk to a lawyer.
Stop talking.
I figured out what's wrong with that broad. That's some bad shit.
It's ironic when Christopher says to Adriana, with all your intelligence, if only you saw the big picture.
I think they're FBI.
If the FBI had arrested her, and she had been charged with possession and or intent to distribute cocaine, that wouldn't have been something that Christopher or Tony and his crew were involved with. We'll be right back after a brief message from our sponsor, 1-800-411-RICO.
Car accident? Actually, murder.
Car accident? Murder? Both? Call 1-800-411-RICO. Now, would they actually be able to convict her? And if so, what would the sentence likely be? Under New Jersey law, simple cocaine possession is a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 3 to 5 years in prison, up to a $35,000 fine, and a driver's license suspension of 6 months. But it's very, very important to note that third-degree felonies call for a presumption against incarceration. Alternatives for people with no prior convictions, like in Adriana's case, include things like probation or pretrial intervention, and then of course, charges can always be dropped for one reason or another, particularly if evidence was seized illegally or there are other things that were not kosher about the investigation and prosecution. What about intent to distribute? The severity of the charges depends on the amount. First degree distribution, more than 5 ounces, 10 to 20 years. Second-degree cocaine distribution, half an ounce up to 5 ounces, 5 to 10 years in prison. Third-degree distribution, less than half an ounce, 3 to 5 years in prison.
Does the FBI have physical evidence of the amount of cocaine Adriana allegedly had in her possession, and or the necessary legal elements to charge and convict her of intent to distribute under New Jersey law? I'm not aware of any physical evidence the FBI agents had of the specific quantity of cocaine that Adriana had in her possession. The FBI agent says she has Adriana offering her cocaine on tape, but how much? Where's the stuff they say she intends to distribute? Adriana wasn't trying to sell her any or give her anything to take with her, and there's no indication that they had any big stash laid out anywhere in their apartment.
So at this point, Adriana is really backed against a corner. The first time they got her, it was with the threat of arresting her for possession and intent to distribute cocaine. And now they have a murder.
We'll take him out through the basement. Dump him in the ocean.
You're guilty of obstructing an ongoing investigation into a drug-related homicide.
You were looking down the barrel at 25 years.
In a nutshell, I think that when Adriana was approached by the FBI, when they actually told her who they were, she should have stayed silent and asked for an attorney.
It'll only take a half hour.
You come with us, please?
And if they arrested her, they arrested her. Yeah, it sucks. Like, it would really suck. But going along with them, that was what ultimately ensured it was game over for her.
I love you. I love you, baby.
That is such a lie. I love you.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this latest video. It's kind of like a hybrid of Sopranos Hypo plus Sopranos in the Law. I hope you found it valuable and enjoyable, and I'd love to hear what you think.